Russia's defense industry will probably not be able to fully provide equipment and weapons for the new reserves, analysts at the Institute for the Study of War say.
Institute Study for War continues to assess that Russia would have the opportunity to expand its defense industrial base and amass resources if it maintains the theater-wide initiative throughout 2024, although not likely to an extent sufficient to supply great masses of mobilized reservists or conscripts this year, from a report by the Institute for the Study of War.
Russia can produce about 250-300 new tanks per year. Another 200 armored vehicles can be repaired and put back into service after long-term storage or after battle damage. Even taking into account the high estimates, the Russian defense industry is unlikely to be able to provide equipment for large-scale mobilization of manpower, experts say.
Let's imagine that the Russian military group doubles in size. Accordingly, there will be twice as many requests. Where will the Russian government take all these resources? They simply don't have as many resources.
The Russian military-industrial complex is going through the worst times not only because of the Western sanctions, but also because of underfunding. Intercepted correspondence between the general director of the Murom instrument-making plant and the director of the League of Defense Enterprises in the Vladimir region makes it clear that the plants have to deliver products at 2019 prices. And there is not enough money from the state even for the interest on the loan that has to be taken out to pay off suppliers. For example, the Murom plant lost about 70 million rubles on the production of navigation systems.
The capabilities of the Russian occupation army are limited, and they are limited precisely by the state of the Russian economy, including its military sector. And no breakthrough is expected in the production of weapons, machinery and other equipment that the Russian occupiers need on the battlefield in the near future. The sanctions policy, despite all criticism, systematically does its important mission and weakens Russia's defense industrial complex in every possible way.
The Estonian defense minister said that the Russian Federation plans to receive about 4.5 million shells, both Russian and North Korean made. Meanwhile, Tallinn handed over 80 million euros worth of military aid to Kyiv on February 3rd. The package included Javelin anti-tank systems, machine guns, ammunition, vehicles and diving equipment.
Recent events in Europe show that the delivery of much-needed missiles and other military aid to Ukraine will continue on a large scale, and by doing so we, along with our allies, are sending a clear signal to the Kremlin that we will support Ukraine to the victorious end. Hanno Pevkur, Estonian defense minister, in an interview with ERR.
Russia's economy has lost more than $400 billion due to Western sanctions. UK permanent representative to the United Nations James Kariuki has said. The diplomat stressed the defense complex of the aggressor state has become so impoverished that it has to ask for weapons from other dictatorial regimes, such as North Korea. Reported by Anna Nichenko, Yulia Bil, UATV News.